All right, welcome. This is week 12 homework solution. This is Monday's October 21st. Here, number one, it says the table shows a function. Which equation represents this relationship? What they mean by relationship between x and y is that, let's take a look. I'm going to move this and I'm going to write some words for you, okay? Sometimes we don't understand, but the x value is sometimes referred as the input. Okay. The x value is sometimes considered the input. Also, the y is sometimes called the output. Okay. Which means when you plug in x, so the first one that we can use, I could grab anything, but I'm going to grab this one. Okay, I'm going to grab this. Okay. This means in simple English that if you put in x is when you plug in x equals to 0, then you will get out y is 1. When x is 0, then you will get out that y is 1. That's what that means in very simple English words. Okay? Let's see if I could find room for this. See it works. Oh, nope. Okay. That's what that means. Alright? Is there room? Okay. Hopefully there's room here. Alright. So, let's check it out. What we have here is the equation. So, I have y is equal to what goes in for x? We plug in the number 0. So, plug in 0. So, make that substitution. Okay. Plus 9. Then we could work out the math. Y is equal 2 times 0, which is 0. Bring down the 9. You get y is equal to 9. Okay. Is that what we want? No. So this doesn't work. Okay, let's try this. Y is equal, okay, x is, we put in 0, squared, plus 1. Y is equal, what is 0 squared? Just 0. Bring down everything, plus 1. We get y equals to 1. Does that work? Does y equals to 1? Yep, this one works. Let's see if anyone else works, okay? Let's see if it works for 1. Okay? All right? Y is equal, we plug in 1 here for x, so it becomes 1 squared plus 1. What is 1 squared? Just 1 plus 1. Y is equal to 2. Does that work? Yep, it also works for this one. So we would say that our answer is B. Okay, because look, you plug in 0 for your x, you get your output, which is your y, is 1. Or you could also check plugging in 1 for the input, you get an output of 2. There you go. That's how you can check the relationship. Okay? Same thing here. Okay? We can plug in different input and look for the outputs. Okay? So let's do that. Let's see which one I'm going to grab. For this one, notice how all of them have a number in common. They have the numbers -1 in common. So the input of -1, the input of -1, and also the input of -1. All right? It seems like it all works. So let's do that. For this one, for A, if we plug in a -1 for x, our y should be -1. Same thing for B. If you plug in -1 for x, your y should be -6. For C, if you plug in a -1 for your x, your y should be a 7. All right, so let's take a look. Let's do this one. Oh, let me just separate it to give it a little bit more room, okay? Whoop. 3 should go down here. All right, so let's do this one. Okay, so y equal, oops, sorry, the y was a little bit too far. Y equal to, what do we plug in for x? Again, this is your x value. This is your y value. This is your x value. This is your y value. Your input is your x value. Your output is your y value. So what is my x value here? My x value is -1. Plug in here, -1. Okay? Minus the 4. What do you get? Y is equal. What is 2 times -1? -2. Minus 4. Plug this into your calculator. -2 minus 4, or you could say -2 plus -4 gets you -6. So which one had an input? Right here, it seems like your x was -1 and your output was -6. Which one was that one? It looked like it was this one. So we can draw an arrow connecting these two. Okay. Or you can draw an arrow here if you want. All right. Let's do this one. Y equal, we plug in -1 here for your x because that's what we're testing. Okay. Squared plus 6. -1 squared, I don't know if you guys noticed, -1 times -1 gets you +1. So this just gets you a +1. Bring down everything, which is the +6. What is 1 plus 6? That gets you what number? 7. So when x is equal to -1, your y is equal to 7. Where is that one? This one. So draw an arrow. There you go. If you're doing your homework right now, right, make sure you are showing the work, not just having the answer. So we know the third one has to be the first one, but let's just check. Y equal 3. Let's put in the parentheses. That is a -1 because that's what we're checking, right? Then add the 2. All we did here was make the substitution. What is 3 times -1? -3 plus 2. What is -3 plus 2? That gets you -1. Does that work? That is correct. When x is equal to -1, y is equal to -1. So we say this one is number 3. Good. All right. You want to now, do you see how all the tables were complete here? For number 3, you want to complete the table. Okay? So, we got to plug it in. Ooh. Ooh, this is interesting. All right, let's do the first one. Okay. Let's say y was what number? Okay, so we gotta try. So we know that x is equal to -2 right here. You see x equals to -2 right here. So we're gonna let x is equal to -2 and we're gonna figure out what the y is. Okay, the y is our question mark. So y is equal to 4. Our x was -2. Then we add 3. No, -3. 4 times -2 gets you -8. Minus the 3. Y is equal to -8 minus 3. -8, -9, -10, -11. So we will say this is -11. Okay. Next, we want to check when x is equal to, we don't know, but we know that y is equal to -3. So plug that in. So y is what we know. So y was what? -3 is equal to 4x minus 3. Okay. Add the 3, add the 3. A lot of you will freak out, but this becomes 0. -3 plus 3 is 0. 4x. Okay. Divide by 4. Divide by 4. You still get x is equal to 0. So when we say x, when y equals to -3, x is equal to 0. Okay. Ooh, we might be running out of room. For this one, we don't know what x is. That's x is equal to the question mark. y is equal to 5. So again, we plug it into our equation. Y right here is 5, so I plug in a 5 here. Okay, is equal to 4x minus 3. Okay, get x alone, so add 3, add 3. This becomes 8 is equal to 4x. Divide by 4, divide by 4, you get x is equal to 2. So when y is equals to 5, x equals to 2. So you put in a 2 right there. Do we have enough room? Yeah, we got plenty of room. This is x is equal to 6. And what is my y equal to? We don't know. That's our question mark. We know the equation is y is, oops, sorry. We know that it's y equal to what? 4. Do we know what our x is? Yep. We know our x is 6. So plug in the 6 minus 3. Oop. That should be in the color of black right here. So y equals 4 times 6 is 24, I believe. 18, 12, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Yep. Minus 3. 24 minus 3 gets you 21. So when x is equals to 6, y equals to 21. So when x equals to 6, y is equal to 21. All right. Last one, we know that y is equal to 26. Oops. We know that y is equal to 26. It says it right here. Take a look. And what is x equal to? All right. So we know that y equals to 26. So let's just make that substitution. 26 equal, what is it? 4x minus 3. Okay. Add 3 to both sides. Oh, sorry. Haha, I did this wrong. This should be 29. Okay. That's where it went wrong. That's why the math looked weird at the start. It should be 29. What is 29 plus 3? 29, 30, 31, 32. So it simplifies to 32 is equal to 4x. Get x alone by dividing by 4. Get x is equal to 32 over 4 is 8. So you put in an 8 here. All right. So again, it's a long process, but again, that's just filling in the chart. All right. Now it says explain why question 3 is a function. Give me a second here.